the demigoddesses and goddesses have sexual agency. You know, Calypso and, why am I blanking? But all of these demigods, Circe, thank you, gosh, gone. They have this sexual agency. And there's a story about Aphrodite where she's having an affair and she has sexual agency, and none of these women are punished. But like everything rests on this idea of Penelope's worth with being faithful. But we're very interested in what does being faithful mean? And I think that we believe that she's being faithful to Odysseus because Odysseus is her home, her true north. But she may have a different conception of what it means to be faithful when you're trying to survive for 20 years.
Penelope,
Okay, so basically the opera goes from Odysseus has come home, Penelope and him have just made love, he's asleep under this huge blanket. And the blanket is the thing that she's been weaving. But what she's actually been weaving instead of the shroud is that she's had all these lovers and she's cut off a lock of their hair and made a blanket out of the lover's hair. There's an artist in New York that has a blanket of hair that we're trying to see if we can
it's like block flow.
The Whitney Museum of Art is trying to set that up, so we'll see if that happens.
But I think she takes a suggestion from the tree that is growing, and there's all this life that takes from the tree that he made, and then they're both crafty, they're both have appreciation for the bedroom and for the bed, and then she just compliments the bed, I think.
So the song is Where Should I Weave His Hair, which is all about cutting off the locks of Odysseus's hair and weaving it into this narrative. And so Odysseus is asleep for the entire opera. It's only the women that get to speak.
Where would I weave his hair? Where would it go? Next to here, next to this red, it was Isaac who gardened with a shirt off, Isaac who smelled feral like damp earth. It was too much of the earth of life when I was almost dead. And she's probably not unique in that sense in how women are portrayed, and a lot of it is contemporary and what we get the right to speak to and how and where and at what appropriate time. So I think that there's parts of this that are universal, and some of our playing with instruments that are both current and ancient goes into that territory, as well as probably the multidimensional role of the chorus. They'll be partly explaining, partly participating, partly having a conversation themselves, suggesting that no story is ever one-sided.
Yeah.
Suddenly, she cuts his hair, weaves it into the blanket, places it around him, and then gently rouses him.
Odysseus, Odysseus, I have something to tell you.